You eat lunch, you do everything right, and key hours later, your brain just shuts off. Sudden fog, heavy eyelids, your drive disappears. Then cravings hit like a switch flipped, your mood drops, and your patience is gone. So you reach for coffee, and it barely touches it. That crash feels personal, like you are lazy or broken. It is usually neither. It is a timing problem in how your body swaps fuels, and the handoff can get messy. Moving to slide 2. Your body runs on 2 main fuel lanes. Glucose, which is the quick lane right after you eat, and fat, which is the steady lane that fills in between meals. When the handoff is smooth, you feel level, focus stays stable, energy feels quiet, and hunger comes on gradually. When the handoff is sloppy, you feel shaky, edgy, sleepy, or ravenous even though you ate plenty. Here is the useful lens. The crash is not always about total calories. It can be a clue that you burned through the easy glucose window, but you have not fully opened the fat lane yet. That mismatch is what sets up the classic spike, then the hard drop. Moving to slide 3. Picture a lunch built around fast-digesting carbs, like a big bowl of pasta, a sandwich on white bread, chips, juice, or a sweet coffee drink. Glucose rises quickly in your blood. Your pancreas responds by releasing insulin, because insulin is the signal that helps move glucose into tissues, and also tells the body to pause releasing stored fat. Sometimes that insulin response overshoots for the size and speed of the meal, not because your pancreas is bad, but because your system is trying to control a rapid rise with a strong break. Then glucose starts falling fast. Your brain is sensitive to the rate of change, not just the number on a lab test. A quick drop can feel like danger, even if your glucose is still in a normal range. So you get symptoms that feel urgent, hunger that is not polite, a pull toward sugar or starch, irritability, restlessness, trouble concentrating. You might even feel a little shaky or cold. Your body starts pushing counter signals like adrenaline and cortisol to keep glucose available, which can make you feel wired and tired at the same time. This is why willpower feels useless in that moment. You are not negotiating with a craving. You are responding to a rapid fuel shift that your brain interprets as an energy threat. And if insulin is still high while glucose is dropping, you can land in a short, very real energy gap. Moving to slide 4. Here is the hidden part. Even after glucose has already been used or stored, insulin can still be elevated for a while. High insulin keeps fat release turned down, so you cannot easily tap your body fat to cover the gap. Your cells are ready to work, but the fuel options are temporarily limited. That is when you feel drained, foggy, and oddly hungry at the same time. It is not a mystery crash. Moving to slide 5. 2 hours is common because that is when a lot of meal glucose is mostly cleared from the bloodstream, especially after a fast carb meal. Insulin often lags behind, and your brain needs steady ATP, not drama. Stress hormones step in to compensate, and you can feel tense or edgy before the slump lands. When that compensation fades, the fatigue feels sudden. Get the earlier part of the day right, and this whole rhythm gets easier to control. Moving to slide 6. Breakfast sets the tone because it is your first big signal of the day. A sweet start, like cereal, pastries, or a flavored latte, can prime bigger rises and drops later. That is not willpower. It is biology and timing. If breakfast is mostly fast carbs and low protein, you get less satiety, so you snack sooner and crave more sugar. Liquid calories hit harder because they are easy to take in fast, with very little chewing and weak fullness signals. Even the timing matters. If you delay breakfast, then eat a large carb-heavy first meal, the curve can feel sharper. Aim for protein first, add fiber, then choose carbs you actually have to chew. Start steady, and the rest of your day gets easier to steer, especially when stress shows up. Moving to slide 7. Stress changes the math because your body is trying to keep you fueled for a threat. Cortisol pushes more glucose into the blood and makes you temporarily less sensitive to insulin, so the same meal can produce a higher, longer spike. Adrenaline can also mask fatigue and hunger, so you feel oddly wired and fine. Then the rebound hits and you feel worse. That is when cravings get loud and specific. You do not crave broccoli. You crave quick fixes that are easy to digest and easy to overeat. If you are running on sleep debt, this effect is amplified. You tend to be less insulin sensitive, more hungry, and less satisfied after a normal meal. The practical move is to treat high-stress days like fragile days. Keep breakfast and lunch simpler and higher protein. Keep caffeine modest, and plan a real snack before you are desperate. Even 5 minutes of slow breathing or a short walk before eating can blunt the stress response. When stress is high, ultra-processed food becomes a perfect trap. Moving to slide 8. Ultra-processed traps work because they combine speed, softness, and reward. Fast starch with low fiber, like crackers, chips, white bread, or many snack bars, breaks down quickly and hits your bloodstream sooner. Hyper-palatable flavors make it hard to stop at a normal portion, not because you are weak, but because the food is engineered to keep you eating. It is also easy to consume fast. No chewing, no pause, no time for fullness signals to catch up. The toughest combo is high fat plus sugar or refined starch. It is calorie-dense, easy to overshoot, and can drive a larger insulin response because you end up eating more total carbohydrate than you intended. Fat can slow stomach emptying, which sometimes delays the peak, but it doesn't cancel the load. You can still get a big, long rise followed by a crash. Your best defense is friction. Choose meals with protein and fiber, put single servings on a plate, and avoid eating straight from the bag. Make the easy option the one that supports you. Your muscles can help even more than your food choices. Moving to slide 9. Your muscles are a sink for glucose. When you eat carbs, some of that glucose is stored as muscle glycogen, and the more active muscle you have, the bigger the buffer. This is why strength training helps long-term glucose control, even if the scale does not move much. But day to day, the biggest lever is sitting. When you sit for hours, muscle glucose uptake drops. You can eat the same lunch, then get a higher rise simply because your legs have been still. The fix does not require a workout. A short walk after meals, even 10 minutes, can noticeably flatten the curve because contracting muscle pulls in glucose with less insulin. If you cannot walk, do a few minutes of stairs, bodyweight squats, or even marching in place. Spread it out. 2 to 5 minutes every hour adds up. Movement also improves switching, meaning you go from fed to fueled more smoothly instead of bouncing between wired and wiped out. And one habit can quietly sabotage all of this, especially in the morning. Moving to slide 10. Caffeine can backfire when you use it to push through low energy. It can mask early warning signs that you need food, water, or a break, so you overshoot into a bigger crash later. It can also raise stress hormones, especially on an empty stomach, which can nudge glucose higher and make you feel jittery while still being underfueled. Then, appetite returns stronger. You reach for something quick, often sugary, and the dip feels deeper. Later in the day, extra caffeine can degrade sleep quality, and poor sleep sets you up for bigger swings tomorrow. A simple rule helps. Have caffeine after a real breakfast, keep it earlier, and treat the second cup like a decision, not a reflex. When your energy feels unstable, small signals show up before the crash. Learn to catch those, and you stay in control. Moving to slide 11. Here's a quick self-check you can do this week. If you eat, feel okay for a bit, then crash with strong cravings, that pattern matters. Same if the crash feels like heavy fatigue, not just hunger. Notice what changes it. If a 10-minute easy walk makes you feel noticeably better, that points to a blood sugar swing you can influence. If sweet drinks make you worse fast, pay attention. Liquid sugar hits hard. And if you feel steadier when you start the meal with protein, like eggs, yogurt, chicken, tofu, that is another clue. You are not broken. You are getting signals. When you can read them clearly, you can decide what is normal experimentation and what deserves real medical backup. Moving to slide 12. Some signals are not a self-experiment. Get medical help if you have frequent faintness, shaking tremor, or confusion, especially if it comes on suddenly. Night sweats that wake you up, rapid unplanned weight loss, or new headaches can be red flags. So can new palpitations, chest discomfort, or feeling like your heart is racing with these episodes. If you take diabetes medications or insulin, do not troubleshoot this alone, because true hypoglycemia can be dangerous, and your dosing may need adjustment. And if your symptoms are escalating week to week, even with more balanced meals, that is your cue to get evaluated. It is not overreacting, it is smart risk management. so your daily choices can work on a stable, safe foundation. Moving to slide 13. The switch you want feels simple. Focus stays steady between meals. Hunger shows up gradually, not like an emergency. The urgent pull towards sugar fades. Your energy stays usable through the afternoon, and you stop chasing snacks to feel normal. If you want more practical videos like this, subscribe, and comment with the one situation where you crash the most, like mid-morning, mid-afternoon, or after dinner. This content is educational and not medical advice. If you have symptoms or concerns, talk with a qualified clinician. Optimize your biology, not just your diet.